Border Patrol officers will receive arms for their job and protection before Christmas this year. That's the assurance from the Comptroller General of the Ghana Immigration Service, Kwame Esiatichi. He gave the assurance after inspecting the Saru, Sola Kalba, Tanyiri, Saru, Vuvu, and Kalba unapproved routes yesterday in the Savannah region. Addressing some of the patrol officers, he said government has released funds for the purchase of arms for personnel at the borders and is presently being shipped to Ghana.
Every challenge, there should be a solution. Yes. And I'm going to work towards it with my management members, especially as for the arms. We've been complaining our government has been supplying arms, procuring arms. It's been done. It's gone through the process. Now it's being shipped. So maybe within maybe a month or two, it will land. Then we'll do the distribution, especially across the borders, the porous borders of the country, like here. So I mean, rest assured, you get the arms. But like I said earlier on, it's the discipline of holding the arms. It should not tempt you to misbehave. And with the pistols too, it's also being shipped. So that should not be a problem. The challenge is the motorbikes and the vehicles. So we're going to work towards that. Communication. And the communication. In fact, we were asked to come up with our logistical requirements, which we done through the ministry to government. So it's being worked upon. I don't want to talk too much and give you the assurance, but the assurance is that hopefully by close of the year you see some wonders. So don't worry. Just keep working hard. The conditions and the terrains are rough. That should toughen and hardiness. Right.
We've been joined by the Assistant Superintendent of Immigration, Gifty Bome. She's PRO of the Ghana Immigration Service Ashanti Region Command, and she's on the tour with the Comptroller General. Thank you very much for your time, Madam. Tell us briefly what the motive or inspiration for this tour is.
Yeah, thank you so much. The motive or inspiration behind this tour is that the Comptroller General, as we know, is a man who always wants to see things for himself. And so, based on reports and other intelligence information he's been gathering from the regions, he decided to move in himself and have a look on the ground, see how personnel are faring, especially when he has deployed a second batch of Border Patrol officers who are going to be part of the Operation Conquest Phase, which has been in operation since about 3 months now. And so the first batch of officers were deployed in June, and the second one was just deployed, and he has decided to go have a look. He has also been informed about some unapproved routes that has been identified, and he's using this opportunity to go visit all these unapproved routes and take a look at them, make better recommendations to the Minister of Interior and to the Presidency, so that things that the Border Patrol officers and, as a matter of fact, the service will need to cushion these officers to do their work well at the borders would be readily available to them. And so he has personally decided to do so that when you see things for yourself and you are presenting to the Presidency and to the Minister, you know exactly what you are saying with pictures and videos.
Apart from the concerns of Border Patrol officers not being armed, what are the other concerns they have? Do they, for example, have concerns about accommodation, etc.?
Yes, of course. Apart from the Border Patrol not being armed, they are not being armed as in they don't have arms in their hands. They have some form of arms, but not full arms as we would have expected. So apart from that, of course, accommodation issues cut across, and of course, office accommodation also for officers there. And with the tour we have already begun, we realize that some borders need to be re-innovated. He has also made suggestions that when he comes over, he's going to recommend to the ministry about some bridges that need to be constructed over some borders to intensify border security. He has also observed that some of the challenges of officers is the concern of uniform and other accoutrements.
Okay.
And so he has decided that when he comes back, uniforms such as the camouflage, which the border patrol officers normally use for their operations, would no more be given to officers in the cities. So all uniforms of camouflage would always be shipped and distributed to the officers along the for them to use for their. He has a.
Hello? Sorry, it appears we're losing you there. The line is a bit unstable. Just quickly, if you can hear me, and if you could do this just quickly. You mentioned that it is not as though the men are not armed. They have arms, but they are not properly armed. It's a bit confusing. If you can just simplify that. What do you mean when you say that exactly? Hello? It appears we've lost the ASI Gifty Bome there. As I told you earlier, she's embarking on a tour with the Comptroller General. I'm sure they are in a part of the country where there may be network issues, but we'll try and reach her for more on that, especially to get clarity on that bit of they being armed and not properly armed.